in the AFC Championship game. Off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Smith going to look to throw right away. He'll drop this underneath for Genty. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing now is Geno. That's complete to his rookie second-round pick. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they crossed into Miami territory at the 34. To throw is Smith. Short throw caught by Bowers. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. First down. Check 58. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Genty. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Off of play action. Here's Smith. They'll roll him out right. Mayer there to bring it in. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Genty. He will push his way down to about the 14.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Dolphins are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Got the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. On first down, it's Genty. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
There's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Out of the gun, Smith. They'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. That's to Bowers once again. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here we go,
Gino going to hand it to Genty. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 1 yard and now no yards. Have him looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Tuesday. Hey, go flip her up. Check 58.
From the gun, here's Smith. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Hey, we go.
Here's Smith. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Brock Bowers from 21 yards away. And the Raiders are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Dolphins nothing.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. He's to the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 65 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and get it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This going to be returned from the 2. And able to get this out to the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive. And they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. Got his man, it's Thornton. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. Gino now to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45, and it'll be territory. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down. A give out of the gun to Genty. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Once again, it's Genty. And he stopped immediately there. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Smith. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30. Now a toss left side, Genty. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Pass right side, caught by Thornton. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Up the middle, it's Genty. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Tyrell Dodson, the one to bring him down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Now Smith. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
But they've certainly not shied away from throwing the football as they've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
Genty will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Carlson on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Raiders 14, Dolphins 7.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive if they watch the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
All right, come on.
1st and 10.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
This is intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go. Hey.
After the interception, here's Smith. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
The run straight ahead with Genty. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, here we go. Here we go. 390%. 10%.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Geno Smith keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 30.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Eluding the pressure right. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Tua sets up to pass it. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the Raiders' 19-yard
On play action. Here's Tua. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. That's Tua's running back complete. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. And he's not able to get away. sacked back at the 22.
It's a 10-yard loss. Brings up 2nd and 20.
Tua, the final shot before half. He'll dump this off to H.M. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Win or go home. That's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional round. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come down, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive. But get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
2nd and 2.
Go ahead. Out.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On the toss, here's H.M. They'll get him down into a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the front.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, 34 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Completes this one to Thornton. Now inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dante Thornton, 60 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, exactly right, Parker. They were bouncing their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Tua. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Steps away. And that will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready. Out.
Achane gets it from the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Ready, John? Ready.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. That's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. They'll gain the 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
That's good.
21G.
First down.
20, TX.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Tua going to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back around the 37-yard line.
A loss of 4 brings up 2nd and
Tua's going to change things up.
the 37-yard line.
21G. Out.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Tua. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14.
1st and 10 at the 14.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Hey, 21 TX. Turbo 1, high. Set.
Now Tua. Throw caught by Achane. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Achane. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're within 7 now at 28-21.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. From the gun, here's Smith. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Gino. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Looking to pass. Tua. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the middle, Ochan. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
It's safe. Go ahead.
On 2nd and 9, Tua. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And the Raiders are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. On the ground, it's Genty. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
You can do one of two things after a penalty. You can hang your head, or you can get mad and redouble your efforts. I think we just saw the latter there as they stopped him for no gain.
Now Smith. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Tyree Wilson getting back there in a hurry and handing him a loss.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. That short one here secured by the tight end Waller. That'll give him 8 that time. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield with man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Solo left Zion. Hey!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And this one is incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A run out of the gun with Genty. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in the inning. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Dante Thornton with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Juke. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
21G.
That's good.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line. A game there of 30 big ones.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
All right.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Achane sending his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
Dolphins 28.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. Whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 4. They'll go again with Genty. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up, and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Hey, we go, Salon. Bring it out of your set. Hey, it's a clip.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the zone read, give to Genty. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And now right out of the 2-minute break. We'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
I like the call there, because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Hey, we go, Salon.
On the option, it's Smith himself. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Open man is Tucker. And they'll lose yardage here, knocked back to the 19-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
Wilson able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And there is a lot of shock in the stadium. The top seed, the favorites, really getting handled thus far in this divisional round and getting close to a disappointing one-and-done scenario in these playoffs.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And the Dolphins first down.
From the gun, it's Tua. The throw out wide going to be incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be second down.
Darian Porter on the coverage.
Solo left Zion.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. He's going to let this go. Back in the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
A 6-yard pitch.
A run, it's Genty. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we sign off from Miami.